Trey, good to see you. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I mean, I'm feeling a lot better.
How was the whole process for you? I want to say, and I forget the name of the game, so maybe correct me, but there was a game before we didn't see it. Was it right before the holidays where you didn't look great? You looked like a ghost. I remember during pregame warmups, you ended up playing 30 plus minutes in that game. So what has this process been like for you over the last couple of weeks?
The first week, UC San Diego, when I had strep, I mean, that was probably the worst week just because the strep throat, I couldn't really eat or drink anything like that. I mean, like you said, I look real pale and stuff like that. So that was probably the worst week. Then when I got back from Christmas, I kind of got over that when we had the little Christmas break, a little 3-day break. And then when I came back, I tested positive for COVID. I had no real serious symptoms. So, I mean, I really just at the house just chilling. So, I mean, just waiting for the time to go by. But I mean, it's been good just getting back into the rhythm of things, just being back in practice, things like that.
What was it like to watch your teammates without you in Vegas and then see the performance of guys like Adam, the other guards, Jared Barnett getting some minutes in the first half? What was that like for you to watch?
It was good. I mean, I was just watching at the house. I mean, I was proud of all of them. I mean, they had me excited at the house. I mean, it was just good to see all of them and just see them get that W. I mean, it was a gritty performance from them. So, I mean, I was just proud of them.
And then lastly, do you feel as if, is there any period of time where you need to kind of work yourself back into game shape, or is it still a short enough period of time where you feel as if you can get right back out there and play as many minutes as necessary?
Yeah, I'm just trying to go as hard as I can now. I mean, just do whatever I can to get ready and then just try to play through it. I mean, once the game time comes, I mean, I know I'll be able to play through it. So I'm just trying to play through it.
All right. Thanks, Trey. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, John. We'll go to Bryce.
Hey, Trey, I don't know if this is a thing, so that's why I'm asking, but you moved the Colorado State game up and it's just days away now, and mentally talking to Coach Dutcher that you're thinking about those games initially all the way into February. You know how teams physically prepare and you work on the scouting report and those things, but do you have to mentally prepare for a big game like that when it's the top two teams in the conference? And if so, how has that made this week different, changing gears and getting that game moved up?
I mean, I don't think it's really no difference. I mean, we're just trying to come in. Mentally, I think that we always try to go into every game the same way. So, I mean, it's just changing teams, just changing thought process of how to execute and get the job done and get a W.
Ask Coach this too. Would you rather have them now or later? He had an opinion on that. I'm curious what you think.
I think we'd rather have them here whenever we can play with the fans and stuff like that. But either way, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we got to play them regardless. So.
And maybe the last thing related to that, what's the trickiest part about all of this where COVID protocols might sideline somebody 10 days, teams are changing on 72 hours notice, all those things that are not like normal basketball seasons? What's the trickiest part about all that kind of uncertainty as a player?
Just staying mentally ready all the time, not knowing when your program can get shut down or like we going through right now, teams switch up, so scouting reports change, things like that. So not knowing who you're going to play, who you got to prepare for. So just mentally staying ready all the time.
Thanks.
Sure.
Thanks, Bryce. We'll go to Mark.
Trey, how frustrating was it that you were allowed to play when you were really sick? I mean, you needed 2 IVs to play that game against UCSD, and then when you're perfectly fine, you had to sit home and watch a game on TV.
It's frustrating, but I mean, it's out of my control. So, I mean, I can't control that, so I don't really put too much emotion towards it.
What did you do for those 10 days? What were you allowed to do? Could you get in it? I know you couldn't get in any of the facilities, but could you work out on your own? Could you go running outside, or did you just have to stay inside?
For the most part, I just try to stay inside, just stay away from everybody. But I mean, on my own, I mean, I could go outside and do whatever. I mean, only people that know I have COVID is people in the program. So I mean, I could go out and do everyday stuff, but for the most part, I was just resting, just trying to stay in my own bubble.
Did you touch a basketball between the time you got back and when you were cleared?
Yeah, like twice. But I mean, like you said, I couldn't really get into the gyms here, stuff like that. So I mean, it was hard.
What'd you do? You went outside and shot, or how did you?
Dribbling and stuff like that. I mean, in my room, just shooting form, shooting stuff like that, just keep my muscle memory tight.
And last thing, how much of a return period is there for you? How long will it take you to feel like to get back to the condition you were before you first initially got strep? I mean, do you think it's going to take a week, 2 weeks, a month?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Like I said, I've just been trying to go hard every day, just try to get myself as ready as I can be. I mean, I can't really put like a time limit on when I'll be ready or something like that, how I was before. So I've just been trying to go hard every day.
Great. Thanks, Trey.
Yep.
Mark, looking for any final questions?
If I can ask a quick question, can you hear me?
Yes.
Trey, real quick, how important is a win against this team right now at this point in the season for you guys, and how excited are you to get a victory?
Definitely excited for the game. With them being ranked, they are picked ahead of us, so definitely be a big win for us. And I think move us up in the ranks a lot and be just a big win for the future for us in the tournament and stuff like that. So we definitely need this one.
Okay, thanks. That's all I need. Thanks.
Thanks, John. We'll go back to John Schaefer for a moment.
Yeah, real quick, guys. Trey, I was just curious, just the matchup with Isaiah Stevens. You've played him before. What type of challenge is that, and how much do you look forward to facing off against him specifically?
Definitely a challenge. I mean, he's definitely a talented guard. He got a lot of skills. He knows how to get to the club, and he just knows how to play. So, I mean, it's definitely one of the bigger matchups in the conference that I'm definitely looking forward to.
Keshad, congratulations on being player of the week. The big stat there was 11 rebounds. Do you feel like you've turned a little bit of a corner in who you are becoming as a player at San Diego State and becoming a dominant force on the boards?
Of course. Well, that does come with time and sticking to my craft. So, of course, my time is coming now, and everybody expected this, I would say.
When Kwai Leonard was at San Diego State, I don't mean to compare, but he wasn't a great offensive force. I don't know if a lot of people really remember that. He is obviously now in the NBA, but when he was at San Diego State, he was known as a defender and as a rebounder. And I know you know a lot about him and followed his career. Are you aware of that? And have you tried to sort of model your game after those two things first, and knowing the offense will come eventually?
Of course, I've heard stories and things like that a lot from coaching staff. Like the comparison that happens a lot of times. So I've watched a lot of film on Kawhi as his time here. I've seen the effort that he put in, and that's just that's actually a great comparison for people like me. As I have to clean up the points, get my own points from using my effort. So Kawhi, that's a good person to mirror my game after.
I don't know yet if you'll be assigned to guard David Roddy, or if you'll get on him a couple times this game. What are your thoughts on him, having watched him over the years, and what are the challenges in guarding a guy like him?
The challenge is, of course, Roddy. He as a freshman, he was a great player as a freshman coming out. He's one of the top, I would say, 4-man in the league. So that's a great challenge for me. He's a physical forward, and I can be physical too. So I'm just looking forward to that matchup.
Thanks, Keshad.
Thanks, Mark. We'll go to John.
Hi, Keshad. John Howard here. Real quick, in regards to winning Mountain West Conference regular season championship and consideration for the NCAA tournament, how important is a win on Saturday against Colorado State?
As we all know, Colorado State being a ranked team, their resume is very up to par. So if we was able to get that win, that'll boost the outlook on us. San Diego State, we tend to be in the shadows in a lot of in college basketball. So once we get that win, that'll just boost everything for us.
All right, thanks, Keshad. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I apologize for the confusion there. Thank you, John Howard. We go to John Schaefer.
Thanks,
Sorry
Mike.
about that.
No worries at all. No worries at all, John. Keisha, I was going to ask, just what allowed you guys collectively as a team to be so good on the offensive glass against UNLV?
As a team, we just came with the mindset that we just got to go hard. We knew we was down offensive talent within Lamont and Trey Pulliam, so we had to pick it up on other ends and other aspects of the game of basketball. And offensive rebounding was what we had to do.
Is it hard as a player to kind of control what you're capable of controlling? Like you had a game that was postponed against San Diego Christian, then you had a game against Fresno State Wednesday that wasn't played. You had this past game where you were without Lamont and Trey. How do you kind of stay in the moment and deal with the task at hand, knowing that the schedule could very well change again down the road as well?
We just gotta stay prepared for all different outcomes. You know, we're living in very weird, abstract times with COVID and things like that. So we just gotta be prepared for changes like what's going on now. And our coaching staff, they do a great job in preparing us for the next opponent and things like that, getting us mentally ready.
All right. Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. We go to Bryce.
Hi, Keshad. One quick question. What's it like to have at the kind of the last minute, such a big conference game with Colorado State, they're ranked, they're picked as favorites, move so far up the calendar, and then it's in a national TV spot. Those two things combined, how strange is this weekend, or what kind of an opportunity is that in your mind?
You just got to think of the positives of it. The positive is that we're two of the top teams in the league. We're getting to play each other sooner than later. So we just got to look at it as a game that we're going to go in and just compete. We're going to have great level of competition. So we just got to go and compete and give everybody a show.